The P. Diddy thing sounds like just complete unchecked depravity. Like, I don't even think he was gay. He was just guys.
But
maybe he's gay, but it seems like he's just
think you have to be a
depraved.
little gay. Because then he would just be
for
fucking
sure. At
women.
least for like 10 minutes.
he's at least bi.
Well, I mean, it might just be whatever drugs they're taking. Like, I don't understand it. When that whole, like, I think I had peripherally heard that P. Diddy had big parties, but I never heard of freak-offs or any, I never heard of that stuff until pretty recently. Like, post-pandemic. I think. Jamie, when did you first hear about, like, P. Diddy parties?
My mic's off.
I mean, I would think that I've heard about him having big
Your
parties.
mic has to be off because of Carl's breathing.
Breathing pretty heavy still right now. I'm trying to keep it down.
Oh, my God. He's so cute.
He's adorable. Carl and Marshall, they go at it every time he comes here.
I don't know. I've heard of. I don't even know what rumors I would have heard. I just heard, like,
But it was
he's
not
got crazy parties. I didn't yet nothing.
Yeah, it was never like in the zeitgeist. It was never.
It's just weird, too, because he always had the white parties where you have to wear all white, and I just feel like that's the worst color for body fluid.
Ew. Yeah, right. Just shit.
Maybe that's how he
blood.
kept track of who he fucked. He's like, that person's already gotten it. That person's already covered in disgusting stuff. That's how he kept track of it.
There's so many horrific accusations involving young singers, like children.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's insane.
He makes R. Kelly look like a decent guy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy. And meanwhile, the guy was like hanging out with Oprah, hanging out with Obama.
Jay-Z,
Everybody.
I'm sure the Clintons were there at some point.
Maybe Bill.
Bill is so nice.
I went one time. Was he?
He's so nice. Like when I met them.
So charming.
He is, and he's actually still kind of good looking. Like even for an older dude. Yeah, why not? He's still so good looking, and she's just so miserable.
Well, she's publicly humiliated, and she thought that her big retribution would become president. Become president.
Sure.
And then that would be it. All water under the bridge. I'm a strong woman. I'm running this country. And then America was like, nah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what color you are. America does not want a woman in charge.
Well, that's not exactly true because she won the popular vote.
Not Kamala, though.
No, but Kamala was a terrible candidate. The difference between her and Hillary is night and day.
Well, Hillary had a lot of experience, too. She's been doing this for a long time.
Sure. She was a Secretary of State, and on top of that, she could answer questions.
Sure.
Like, you could have a question with her about, like, what would we do differently if you were president about the Israel-Gaza conflict?
Sure.
She would have something off the top of her head. What would you do differently than Joe Biden? She wouldn't say, I can't think of a thing. She would never say that.
No.
Kamala Harris is just not good.
She's definitely not good at interviewing either.
No. I mean, I don't know if she's good at running things because you'd have to be behind the scenes to see how that works.
Sure.
But when it comes to, like, talking off the top of her head, what she's good at is a pre-rehearsed speech that she reads off a teleprompter.
Sure, but if someone asks you a rogue question, then you have to be ready to answer it.
Yeah, when rogue questions, like, you have to be able to say what differentiates you from Biden. You have to. That's pretty simple.
You're just like, well, I'm still alive.
Yeah, that too. That would be funny if she said that.
Right. That's what she should do. If she could be funny, people love a funny person.
I can answer questions. I can look you in the eye.
Yeah.
I
she
remember what I'm talking
funny.
about. Yes.
I was surprised she didn't come on the podcast. A little bit.
It seems like, and this is all reports, these are all anecdotal reports, right? But it seems like her campaign was kind of chaotic. Like, no one could make a decision. They had, I don't know how many conversations with my folks.
Right.
But multiple conversations, giving different dates, different times, different this, different that. And we knew that she was going to be in Texas. So I said, open invitation.
Right. You said you can come whenever you want.
Anytime. You pick a time, I will be here. Rappers are the last people in this country that can kind of get away with almost anything.
Well, rappers are honest. A lot of them, even though they might lie about how much money they have and stuff, they do. There's a certain honesty to that genre of music.
Clearly, you can go too far, like P. Diddy.
You can go too far.
But
he wasn't super honest. He seemed to be concealing a bit.
He seemed to be.
Yeah.
Do you think he was working for somebody? or working with somebody, or do you think it was all his own personal?
If the CIA was like, we don't really know anything about like this world of like, that's not what we do. We're like a bunch of Harvard guys, and we have these fucking weirdos that we know about how to get in with like our people, but we need someone who was like a black guy to do it. It could have been P. Diddy.
But didn't all the accusations come out after he was involved in a lawsuit with Ciroc? Like he was trying.
That's what people said, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it gets interesting, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
like,
going
to
to be
very careful when you start fucking around with people's billions.
Big, powerful billionaires are probably they're their own governments.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you run afoul of them, I think there's many ways at which they can get you.
Also, they feel like they pay so much money for taxes.
I think that's a lot of these intelligence agencies are working for those people. They're not, I think, on their own. There's big money to be made, and there's a lot the people that own these companies and have been rich for a very long time and who aren't, on reality TV, and you don't really know who they are, but they some of them are on the Forbes list, some of them aren't. Some of them are just incredibly wealthy, and they've made their money in ways that you could barely understand. And those are people that, are the reason historically that the CIA is going into Latin America and overthrowing the government so that United Fruit can, it's true. Have a monopoly, right? It's like, so they're doing things at the behest of these ultra wealthy families that control huge industries.
Sure, and they always have. I mean, that's back to Smedley Butler's
That's
War
right.
is a Racket.
1,000%.
Yeah, and that was 1933 he wrote that or something.
And that's the way the whole thing seems to be organized.
Yeah, and always has been. We're just learning it now. That's all the difference.
But it is falling apart now because some of their kids are doing stand-up comedy. No,
like
literally.
Who?
I mean, there are people, they're young in New York, and they're just like, their parents are some of the wealthiest people in the world, and these kids are like doing stand-up, which is terrible sign for the empire. That's not a great sign for the empire, is that like a guy that would have taken over his dad's business is like doing dick jokes.
Well, he probably has a trust fund, so he probably has a safety blanket and sees we're having fun. It's like, I want to have fun.
For
I want to
sure.
be like my dad.
Yeah.
Have a fucking heart attack when I'm 49.
That's right. But we need them doing that. Some of them.
Having heart attacks?
Yes. Everyone can't be a clown like we did.
Right.
There is something deeply unhealthy about the Illuminati doing stand-up. I don't love that idea.
Well, unless they're using ChatGPT, how good could their material be?
It's not ideal.
Every single new thing, I'm like, oh, so nothing I've ever heard was right. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Sounds great. I love watching at every level it's collapsing. And you don't have to do anything except be a disgruntled enough employee to be like, I'm saying it. I don't care. So now the P. Diddy thing, which like for 2 years, I would tell people it's hilarious. I mean, it's horrific, but it's also hilarious that it was like the big secret that P. Diddy would make a bunch of these guys do weird shit. Oh, do you think the government does it? Well, P. Diddy does it.
Homes in L.A. and Miami raided by federal agents.
Dude, the conspiracies of P. Diddy are these things are like reflections all the way up. So the P. Diddy thing,
Yeah.
the disgruntled employees have been coming out years ago on the whole mafia has a podcast now, by the way. You might have seen. The P. Diddy quote is Jaguar Wright said this, an ex-employee of him. He goes, if you can get a man to suck your dick, you can do anything. As in a man that just does not want to do that. Yeah, that's it's like a affirmation. It's like a real power affirmation for someone.
At every level, there's something
I want to joke
insane.
about it on stage, but people nobody follows all the same things anymore. So it's hard the things I want to make references about, there's like no common culture anymore of like, we all saw this. So you got to just burn time explaining the first part of the story. And people will get invested in it. It's so much better than
the mob has podcasts now.
and they have rivalries. And there's like people that are like, oh, well, I heard he's a snitch. Like they're now like, do you have Stockholm syndrome? Good, they're a snitch. That's why we have this great show. The fuck? I hope everyone snitches. What the fuck are you talking about? So I get criminals. He has a right to say, as a fucking criminal, don't snitch. You, the citizen of the good country, Edward Snowden's not supposed to be hiding out in Russia with the bad man.
Right.
He's the guy that did the right thing, right? No, some of us we kill snitches. Like, what is it? But it's all falling apart.
If you enjoyed today's episode on JRE Plus, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you.